If you're about to spend $1,000 or more on a new refrigerator, you need to hear this first. That beautiful stainless steel fridge with the touchscreen and fancy ice dispenser, there's a version of it that exists only in that one store. Stripped down, cheaper parts, same price. That smart fridge with the internal camera, the app will probably die before the compressor does. And that salesman telling you it's the most reliable brand, Samsung's ice makers have triggered actual lawsuits, plural. Here's what's really happening in 2025. Some brands quietly downgraded their compressors. Others have service networks so bad you'll wait a month for a repair. And store exclusive model numbers are designed to hide which fridge you're actually buying. Right now, we're going to expose the traps, name the brands that are failing, and tell you exactly which ones are worth your money. So hit subscribe, because in the next 10 minutes, you're going to learn what appliance salespeople will never tell you. Let's start with the trick most buyers never see coming. You're standing in a big box store. The salesperson walks you over to a gorgeous French door refrigerator, 28 cubic feet, stainless finish, special buy sticker, marked down $300. Sounds like a deal, right? Here's what they don't tell you. That model number, it only exists in that store. It's what's called a store exclusive SKU. And in most cases, it's a stripped down version of a real model the manufacturer sells everywhere else. Missing features, cheaper shelves, plastic hinges instead of metal, sometimes a shorter warranty, no temperature controlled drawer, thinner door gaskets. The box says the same brand name, the specs look similar, but it's not the same fridge. And here's the kicker. You can't find that model number on the brand's official website. You can't pull up independent lab tests. You can't read long-term reviews. Parts and manuals are harder to track down. Repair techs see this all the time. They open up a store-exclusive unit and immediately notice the compromises. Different interior plastics, cheaper components, hidden downgrades that don't show up on the sales floor. So here's your first rule. Before you buy, Google that exact model number. If it's not on the manufacturer's main site and you can't find it in third-party reviews from places like Consumer Reports or RTINGS, treat it as a red flag. If the deal seems too good and the model number seems invisible, walk away. Because unfortunately, the label games don't stop there. The next trap is built straight into the hardware. The heart of every refrigerator is the compressor. For decades, that compressor was basically bulletproof. You'd buy a fridge, and 20 years later, it was still humming along. Not anymore. In 2025, newer production runs can quietly switch to cheaper compressors without changing the model name. Same sticker, different guts. They also cut corners on seals and insulation. Thinner foam insulation means your fridge has to run longer to stay cold. More runtime equals more wear. More wear equals earlier failure. And when the compressor or sealed system goes, you're looking at a repair bill that can cost half the price of a new unit. Or worse, the fridge is out of warranty and you're stuck replacing the whole thing. Service data from independent sources like Yale Appliance and Repair Networks shows this clearly. Higher failure rates are concentrated in certain French door lines and feature-heavy models. The ones with all the bells and whistles, often the first to break. There's a reason some brands have faced compressor lawsuits and forced redesigns. This component is critical. So what do? Choose models with proven compressor platforms. Look for clear warranty terms, especially on the sealed system. 5 years minimum on the compressor and sealed system. 10 is better. And pick brands with a strong track record, because even the best warranty is worthless if the company fights you on every claim. But even if the compressor is solid, most buyers get burned somewhere else first. The ice maker. Let's talk about the number one failure point in modern refrigerators. The ice maker. Not all ice makers. Specifically, the indoor ice makers and fancy through-the-door dispensers that everyone wants. They look amazing in the showroom. Touch a button, ice falls out. So convenient. But here's the reality. Indoor ice systems fail at a disproportionately high rate. Leaks, freeze-ups, broken augers. The ice compartment loses temperature stability. The whole system jams up. And fixes aren't simple. One problem can require multiple service visits. Parts on back order. Your ice maker's sitting broken for weeks while you wait. Samsung has faced ongoing complaints and even legal action over ice maker problems. It's not just one model. It's a pattern across multiple lines over multiple years. And tech surveys consistently list ice systems as a leading cause of refrigerator service calls, not compressors, not cooling, ice makers. So here's the deal. If you value reliability over convenience, choose a model with a simple internal ice maker. Or skip the ice maker entirely. I know that sounds extreme, but if you're buying a fridge, you want to last 10 years without drama, the fewer moving parts in the door, the better. Because hardware problems are only half the story. In 2025, the software can take your fridge down too. Let's talk about smart features. Touch screens, internal cameras, apps that let you see inside your fridge from the grocery store, voice control, recipe suggestions. It all sounds incredible, and for some people it is. But here's what most buyers don't think about. These features depend on cloud services, and those cloud services can end before your refrigerator does. Think about it. You buy a fridge in 2025, it's supposed to last 10 years, maybe 15. But the company decides in 2029 that maintaining the app isn't profitable anymore. They discontinue support. Suddenly, that touchscreen you paid extra for? Useless. The camera? Doesn't sync. The voice control? Dead. And it's not just about longevity. Every smart feature adds more circuit boards, more sensors, more firmware that can glitch or fail, more things that can go wrong. Then there's privacy. These fridges collect usage data when you open the door, what temperature you set. Some even have cameras scanning your food. That data gets sent to the cloud. And privacy policies often allow the company to use it for analytics, targeted ads, or sell it to third parties. Security experts have flagged IoT devices, including smart fridges, as potential weak points in your home network. Hackers have literally demonstrated taking control of smart appliances. So here's the rule. Smart features are fine if you treat them as optional bonuses, but never buy a refrigerator whose basic usability depends on an app or touchscreen. The fridge should keep food cold whether your Wi-Fi is down or the company goes bankrupt. Because even if all the tech holds up, there's one thing that can still ruin everything. Who can actually fix it where you live? This is where most people realize they made a mistake. Your fridge breaks, you call the brand. They give you a service number. You call. The earliest appointment is 3 weeks out. The technician shows up, says they need to order a part. Another 2 weeks. Part arrives. Doesn't fix it. Need a different part. Another 3 weeks. Meanwhile, your food is spoiling and you're living out of a cooler. Here's the truth. A great fridge with terrible local service is a bad purchase. And service coverage varies wildly by brand. According to RTING's reliability data from 2025, Whirlpool has the highest service coverage. Bosch and Frigidaire have broad networks. GE and LG are mixed depending on your area. And Samsung consistently trails with the weakest average coverage among major brands. Consumer Reports, Yale Appliance, and independent repair surveys all stress the same thing. Brand choice and service access are the top predictors of whether you'll have a good or terrible ownership experience. So here's what you do before buying anything. Go to the manufacturer's website, find their service locator, type in your zip code, see how many authorized repair centers pop up within a reasonable distance. No techs nearby? Choose a different brand. Because it doesn't matter how reliable the fridge is on paper if nobody in your area can fix it when something goes wrong. And this is where most people start feeling completely lost. Too many model numbers, conflicting reviews, secret store variants, smart buzzwords everywhere. Let me simplify this for you. Most refrigerators share a handful of core designs and component platforms. The store-exclusive numbers and smart marketing, often just cosmetic differences. Real reliability comes down to 4 things: compressor history, ice maker design, build quality, and service network. That's it. If you focus on those 4 things, you cut through the noise. And if this video has already saved you from making one bad choice, hit the like button right now, because the next part is where we name names. Let's go brand by brand. Samsung, beautiful designs, strong cooling performance in lab tests, aggressive smart features. Every tech reviewer loves how they look, but there's a problem. Samsung has a documented history of ice maker failures and circuit board issues, and they have the weakest average service coverage among major refrigerator brands. If you live in a metro area with strong Samsung support and you're willing to buy an extended warranty, they can be a good choice. But for most people, Samsung is high risk, high reward. You might get a gorgeous fridge that works perfectly for 10 years, or you might spend the next 3 years fighting with customer service and waiting for parts. Only consider Samsung if you've confirmed there are multiple authorized repair centers near you and you're prepared to buy extra coverage. Next brand, LG, efficient, quiet, strong lab performance, modern features done well. LG had major problems with their linear compressors a few years back. Lots of failures, lawsuits, bad press. But newer generations have tested better. The engineering improved. And in areas with good LG service, owners report solid experiences. The catch? Service coverage is still inconsistent. In big cities, you'll probably be fine. In rural areas or smaller markets, finding an LG tech can be a nightmare. So here's the verdict on LG. Great option if you're in a metro area with verified log-authorized service nearby. Run your zip code first. If you see multiple service centers, LG is worth considering. If not, keep looking, because not everyone wants premium features. Some people just want cheap and cold. Which brings us to the budget brands. Frigidaire, Insignia, Haier. These are the names you see at the lowest price points. And they're not all bad. Frigidaire's basic top freezer units, often pretty solid. Simple designs, fewer things to break. They've been making these for decades. But Frigidaire's more complex French door models, reviews are much more mixed. Insignia and Haier are attractive because of the price. But there's limited long-term reliability data, and the service infrastructure is thinner compared to legacy brands. These fridges get used a lot in rentals, dorms, and as secondary units, and for those purposes they're fine, but for your main family refrigerator that you're counting on for the next 10 years, only buy budget brands if the specific model has strong verified reviews, a decent warranty, and you've confirmed local service options. Otherwise, you're gambling. Now let's talk about the boring names that quietly keep winning. Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid. They're all part of the same corporate family. And they share the same backbone: wide parts availability, strong service networks across the country. Generally simpler, more repairable designs. Yale Appliance consistently ranks Whirlpool brands among the least serviced, meaning they break down less often. And when they do break, techs know how to fix them and parts are available. Are they perfect? No. There have been specific defects. Frost buildup issues in certain models, recalls here and there. But overall, the track record is solid. When repair techs are asked what fridge they'd put in their own kitchen, Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid come up again and again. They're not exciting. They don't have wild touchscreens or futuristic apps, but they work. And they keep working. If you want a safe, reliable bet and you pick a well-reviewed model from this family, you're stacking the odds in your favor. Now, 2 more brands for people who want something a little more refined. GE and Bosch. GE has good reliability across many categories. Broad name recognition, decent pricing. Service quality varies by region, so you still need to check local support. But in most areas, GE is a solid mainstream choice. Bosch is different. Bosch focuses on premium, efficiency-driven designs. Fewer gimmicks, strong independent test results. Excellent for built-ins and counter-depth models, you'll pay more upfront. But if you value long-term stability and you have Bosch authorized service nearby, they're worth it. So, to sum up GE and Bosch, GE is a balanced, dependable option for most households. Bosch is the premium pick if your budget allows and you want refined German engineering. Alright, now let's put all of this into a clear ranking. Here are the top 5 refrigerator brands in 2025, ranked from conditional picks to safest bets. Number 5, LG. Conditional buy. Excellent performance and features when properly supported. Only buy if you've confirmed strong local service and you're getting a solid warranty. Number 4, GE. Buy. Balanced choice, good for most households. Not quite as bulletproof as Whirlpool in some datasets, but strong overall and widely available. Number 3, Bosch. Buy. Premium. Efficient. Fewer unnecessary features. Best choice if your budget allows and there's authorized service in your area. Number 2, Samsung. Caution. Top-tier design and features. But ongoing concerns with complex systems and weak service access make this a gamble. High risk, high reward. Number 1, Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid. Buy first. Wide service network. Solid long-term performance across many product lines. The safest general recommendation in 2025 based on real-world reliability data. One brand in this list will sit quietly in your kitchen for a decade. One will introduce you to your local repair tech on a first-name basis. Choose carefully. So who should you actually prioritize? Start here. Whirlpool and its siblings, Maytag and KitchenAid, then Bosch, then GE, and LG only if you're in an area with strong verified service. Why these brands? Proven compressors, stable designs, strong or improving reliability data, broad parts and technician support, and fewer experimental features in the core models. A good refrigerator should feel like a dependable coworker. Quiet, shows up early, never dramatic, always doing its job in the background. If you stay inside this circle of brands and avoid the traps we covered earlier, you dramatically cut your odds of an expensive mistake. Let's bring this home. The 2025 refrigerator aisle is crowded with lookalike models, mystery SKUs, and aggressive smart marketing designed to confuse you. But you now know the rules. Avoid store exclusives unless you can verify the platform on the manufacturer's site. Don't overpay for touchscreens and camera tricks that'll be obsolete in 5 years. Treat indoor ice, systems and unproven compressor designs as risk multipliers. Check warranty length. Make sure the sealed system is covered for at least 5 years. And run your zip code through the brand's service locator before you spend a dime. Stick with Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Bosch, or GE. or LG if your local service is solid. These brands and strategies stack the odds in your favor. Because buying the wrong fridge is like signing up for a subscription to random repair bills. The payments just show up whether you're ready or not. So here's what I want you to do. Drop a comment and tell me what fridge brand you currently have and how it's treating you. I read every single comment. There's a full written worst to best brand list and a buying checklist linked in the description. Save it, share it, use it before you buy. And if this guide helped you dodge a bad purchase, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and share this video before someone else gets stuck with a lemon. Next up, check out our list of the worst appliances to avoid this year. Trust me, you'll want to see what made the list. Thanks for watching, and good luck out there.